So today we will discuss about the ASG, that is the most popular service after EC2. Okay, so anyone knows what does it do? Any brief idea or any small idea like what is do when we are going to do this use this service?
Yes, auto scaling, right?
Yeah, auto scaling group ASG.
Auto scaling, like when there is a load, so it will balance the load with the help of the auto scaling. Like it will increase the server or it will decrease the server if the traffic is too much.
Yeah,
Okay, right?
on the basis of matrix.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go there, so there's a auto scaling group. Okay, so why does it, why, if because I don't want there are some different background people, so I want all the people to be on same page. So why we are using the auto scaling group? For the high availability of the application use cases. First of all, we need to understand why to use high availability auto scaling of resources. Okay, in absence of you, so it will do automatically, it will do automation. Okay, so suppose that you have an application and that is up and running fine like this way. This is my website, this is this is a server, EC2 server, and here we have deployed our website. Our website is running on this machine. Somehow if we introduce the big billion sale or any other sale, or any chance like there is a hit of 5 lakhs user are hitting at the same time for a minute only, so this machine will crash because it will not able to handle the request of 5 lakh request. Like for an example, on the day basis, average 5 people are using that website instantly. At the same time, 5 lakh people come on the website and they are started using the website. So this server, only this server will not be able to handle the load of 5 lakh user. So what is it will do? The website will crash. Website will not be working anymore. So how to tackle this problem? Because if we have any problem, so we have an solution in the AWS. We have a more than 300 plus services in AWS, and here is the auto scaling group come into the picture when we are talking about the scaling. In the AWS we have a two type of scaling here. Types of scaling. The first one is vertical scaling. Second one is horizontal scaling. Anyone knows what is a vertical scaling and where to use a horizontal scaling? How to configure and why to configure?
In the vertical scaling, we are just uploading the configuration parts like RAM, cache, and something. And horizontal, we are just increasing the servers. Vertical is changing, and horizontal is like configuration parts like RAM and
As simple as that. It is in very basic term, changing the machine type. What? Changing the EC2 or changing the server type. As simple as that. Okay, so we have a two type of auto scaling that can be configured in AWS. First one is vertical scaling, second one is horizontal scaling. Okay, you do any one of them as per your requirement, as per your need. The vertical scaling, like you have a T2 micro, that is free tier architecture service. If you go here, so if you let me take a launch instance. If you see here, we have an instance type. It is loading. Yeah, it is having the T2 micro. If you want to change any of them, like if you want to migrate from T2 micro to T2 small, so that is a vertical scaling. Vertical scaling can be upward or downward as well. Okay, as per your need, it can be any of them. If you are changing the instance type, T2 micro, T3 micro, S series, R series, X series, any one of them. If you are changing the type of, that is a vertical scaling. Horizontal scaling means if you are changing the count of the machine. As of now, we have only one, I am creating only one instance. Okay, if you are changing the number of the instance, like I am creating the 5, so that is a vertical scaling. Okay, we will do the practical, so more for more clarity. So as simple as that. Okay, so auto scaling only configure the vertical horizontal scaling. You are going to change the count of the machine. It will do automatically in absence of you. So how to achieve that configuration? Go here and create auto scaling group. Okay, so first of all you need to give any name. For an example, boom. Launch template means it will launch the machine of what configuration, like the machine, because you are not there, it is doing automatically in absence of you. So AWS need to create the more machine. If 5 lakh or 5,000 users are hitting on the machine, hitting on the application, hitting on the website, so what does it will do? It will do vertical, it will do horizontal scaling. It will do increase the machine count so that 5 live request will not crash the application. So it will do in absence you. So how does it decide, like I need to create a T2 micro, I need to create a T3 micro? It will decide automatically, but you need to give some instruction, like if I am getting this kind of request, this kind of number of request, so it will create the machines with the help of configuration. You need to set the configuration. So here we have a template. You write the configuration in a template and it will create the replicas, it will create the machine on the basis of template. So if you see here, create a launch template, click on it. You need to give any name to template here. If you want to give any name, give any name, boom template. If you want to give a description, your choice. Okay, providing a sample getting a use for auto scaling. Okay, yeah, if you want to have guidance, so you can take tax name. If you want to give any tax name, let's give, or if you don't want to give, so it's your totally your choice. Go here, remove tag. You can give any name, prod, or whatever you want to give. It's totally your choice.
What's the use of this template tag?
Template tag is like if you are having the hundreds of templates, so how to filter that one? Okay, on the basis of filter, you can select the name and you can give the value, so it will filter out. See, if you see here, I have a 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Suppose that if I am having a template of 1000, how to filter that one? So it will filter out by the name. Okay, you can give any keyword, on the basis of keyword it will filter. Clear? It's a name, you see, whatever I give, it's a name. Or you can give like environment is equal to prod. Okay, sometime in the company they are giving this kind of, like if they want to give if they want to filter the templates like environment prod, so it will filter out all the template which are using the prod environment, so it will filter out. Launch template name, if you have already template, so if you are creating the from scratch, then you can give a from scratch. I want to create from scratch, so I will not give any. So it will create the machine in the sense of you of which OS. Okay, so you can give any OS, so I am giving the Linux OS. Okay, you can give the Windows, you can Red Hat, you can choose a Kali, any one of them you can choose as per your need. Okay, machine EMI, that is free tier eligible, I am taking this one. Okay, and architecture 64-bit and instance type, so you need to give the instance type, so it will create the machine of T2 micro in absence of you, that is a free tier eligible, and it is having the one virtual CPU and 1 GB memory, 1 GB RAM. And then key pair login, key pair I hope you already aware. So with the help of the private key you will be able to log into your machine. So I will create the key pair and network setting. So if you have already any net subnet, if you want to create your machine to the particular subnet, I hope some people are not aware what is subnetting, and I will cover on further session networking, especially on networking. I will clear all out. So what is subnetting, mask, and VPC and all. So here, so you can understand in which location, in which subnet you want to create your machine, in which location, because in Mumbai region, AWS have data center in 3 multiple region in Mumbai. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Okay. So, but they have not disclosed their particular location where they have located. But in Mumbai, they have configured. That is for sure. Because everything is based on the machine. This application, this AWS, this machine, this is working on in the backend is working on any EC2 machine, right? On any machine. So these kind of machine in place in Mumbai region, Mumbai place. So if you want to declare any network setting, so if you want to clear the security group, like who can access your machine or who cannot access your machine, if you, so you need to give any, if you have already one, you can select. If you don't have, you can create one. Description, if you want to give any description, like you are creating machine that will allow the SSH protocol to developers only, so you can define any as per your choice or as per your need of security group, and in which VPC you want to create your machine, that's an inbound. Okay. And then advanced network setting, here I am not any declaring any NIC here. If you are not aware what is NIC, network interface, okay, we are not creating any NIC here, that is a very advanced. Storage volume, because it's a hard disk. Okay, so we have a two type of volume, is EBS, instant store. Here you are creating a machine with the help of EBS volume. EBS means it's the hard disk that will be attached to your machine. So it will create the machine of 8 GB hard disk, GPU, GP3, IUPS. It means input output per second, how much it can perform. Your hard disk, like it's a storage, right? In the storage, like you have a 10 GB of data, and for an example, like you are going to market in supermarket and you are going to purchase 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte of hard pen drive. In pen drive, they have cleared like it's a 3 class, it's a 10 class, it's a 5 class, it's a 7 class. Okay, I hope if you have purchased the pen drive, if you have noticed what is a class. So class means how much they can perform. So here you can rate your, if you want to, if you are like you are going to configure the AI application or machine learning application or very heavy application, so that means you require the very high IUPS, input output per second. Your hard disk can perform how much input output write operation per second. So it can 3000 input output operation per second. Delete on termination means like when you are going to terminate your machine, if you are going to delete your machine, so your hard disk will delete automatically. You don't need to delete unnecessary. Encrypted, I have not given any encryption here. Encryption is for security. KMS key for like key management system. Here I am not declaring any KMS key. And throughput, like how much data can be transferred in a while. It can transfer to 125. Volume can support specified streaming optimized volume. This is use case for the like when you are going to streaming any application, streaming any video. Okay, like you have a stored any 10 GB data or 10 GB any video or 1 hour video, and if you are going for the streaming purpose, you have deployed any application that is for specified for the streaming like YouTube or Netflix. This type of application is used for streaming. Okay, and if you are your use cases for streaming application, then you will require high throughput. If you are going to for 30 GB above, so then it will be chargeable. The source tag, if you want to give any name, give here summary Linux and launch template. Okay, it is required. Allow access. Create launch template. View launch template. Okay, this one I have created launch template. Okay, so whatever we have in given in this configuration, so it will create the machine on this basis. So let's go ahead and create the launch auto scaling group. So go here. Okay, I have already created this one. Yeah, I don't need to set up again. Yeah, so here when previously I clicked on it and I create the launch template. So if you are not getting here, you need to refresh it, then you will be able to get it. Boom template. Okay, so version, if you want to give any version, because it is my first time I am going to use this launch template, so I will use the default one. And this is the configuration, guys. This is the pay attention. In the absence of you, it will create the more machine of this configuration which you have set so far. This is your root volume. All the OS related file will be stored in this volume. So here you can review all the things. If you want to change any setting here, you can change, but I don't want to change anything. In which location you want to create a machine, in every location, in every AJets, we can have multiple subnet. We can have one subnet, we can have multiple subnet. For an example, location, for your better clarity, location is I am creating my machine into region Mumbai region. I am creating my machine into Mumbai region. And location in Mumbai, in Mumbai is a very big city, right? In big city, I am creating my machine into the location that is availability zone. In which availability zone? AP South 1A. In this location, I am going to create my machine. And in Mumbai region, we have a 3 different location: AP South 1A, 1B and 1C. This is the 3 location in Mumbai region. Mumbai is a very big city. In Mumbai city, Amazon have 3 data center. Data center is like where the application, they are the their computer are set up. Okay, so I am going to create my machine into Mumbai region. In Mumbai region, the location is AP South 1A. In AP South 1A, we can have multiple subnet, private subnet and public subnet. Okay, we can have multiple subnet, more than one subnet can. This is the interview question. This is the interview question. Why? In the public subnet, if you are going to deploy your machine into the public, so then anyone can access over the world. If it is private, then only your participant can access your machine. When we will clear subnetting part, you will be having the more understanding, but here you can understand we can have multiple subnet into the any location. If you are going to create in public, your machine is public. If you are going to create a machine in private, your application is private. So here, if you want to declare that one, and next you need to, it is asking for you to declare the specific subnet. This one is a private. I want a public subnet. Okay, it's a public subnet. If you see, this one is PBT. PBT means private subnet. Your application will be private. Only I can access, or my VPC people are can access. This one is a AP South 1A subnet. This is subnet ID. Okay, here we have a 2 VPC /25 and /20. Let me check which one is the correct one, otherwise the machine will not come up. If you select the wrong subnet, so your machine will not come up. I need to check it out which subnet I need to choose here, otherwise your machine will not come up. VPC So this one is the default VPC. In every region we have a default VPC. So this will be default VPC. Okay, this is designed by the AWS only. This is not chargeable. One second, guys. 1 second, guys. Please hold on. Okay, so in this VPC, click on it. So if you go here, so we have a route table and how much VPC, how much subnet. So this is a subnet. Okay, so I would require only subnet of private. So this one is a private, this one is a private, and this one is a public. So I need to copy this one. Okay, and go here, search. Yeah, this one is a correct subnet. Okay, I just validated it again because I don't want any troubleshooting. So here, if you want to do any load balancer attach, I don't want to attach load balancer. No load balancer required here. Health check. EC2 is having the two health check. The first one is, like, if you remember, if you see here, so we have an instance state, that is a running state. Okay, and if you see here, we have a 2x2 health check. What does it mean 2x2? Anyone knows what does it do? 2x2? Anyone have idea what does it mean? If it is a 1x2, so what does it do? If it is a 2x2, what does it mean? So what is the AWS?
It's like a complete check.
Who is
Usual.
okay. So what does it mean, like if it is a 1x2 or 2x2? No worries. So health check means before your machine is getting into the running state. Okay, so it will check their machine, like their machine is up and running fine or not. So we have a two type of health check: system health check and instance health check. System health check means this one is the rack. So who has joined? Ani has joined. Hi Ani, you were calling to me?
Sir.
Yeah, okay. So you have missed your 4 or 5 classes till here. Okay, so in this class we have discussed few topics till now. So do you have any idea, like what is AWS and what does it do? Have any idea, or you are from don't know anything about AWS?
I know what is.
You have some basic idea, right?
Yes, I have some basic idea.
Okay, so you can continue from here. Okay, and we will share the recording. You can go through recording. If you have any doubt, if you have any question, so you can ask to me. I will be more happy to answer your query.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And the procedure is like, whenever I'm giving explanation on any topic, if you have any doubt, you can unmute and you can speak out to me. Otherwise you can mute yourself. Okay, so guys, this is the machine which I have created. Okay, so here, if you see here, this machine is running state and the state is 2x2 health check, and machine type is T2 micro and no alarm. Alarm means I have not set any alarm till now, and this machine has been configured into this location AP South 1A, and this is a DNS name. So here I was discussing about 2x2 health check. Before before getting started any application or machine, so it will do some health check. Like this is my hypervisor firmware. Okay, so hypervisor, on the base, on the top of the hypervisor there have some instances configured. This is my EC2. Okay, so as like this is EC2. So like this way we have a millions of EC2, thousand of EC2. Okay, so what does it do? It will do some check from his hand. So like first of all he will do system check. This within a system reachability check. First of all it will check AWS can ping to this hypervisor. Okay, again then the second check is if it is able to ping to the EC2. So this is a two health check they will perform. If any of the health check is down, so your machine will not be able to get live. Okay, so this is the health check. I am creating the load auto scaling group here. In auto scaling we have to decide like if you are going to if you have any existing load balancer or you are creating any new one. I am not going to create any load balancer here. Let me give us a quick info like Ani is joined. We are discussing about the auto scaling group. The use case of auto scaling is for the high availability, for the high auto scaling of the resources in absence of you. So we can have the two type of auto scaling: vertical auto scaling, horizontal auto scaling. Vertical means if you are changing the machine type, T2 micro to T3 micro, something like that. And horizontal auto scaling means changing the count of machine. Like we are having the two machines, now we are having the three machine. So this type of migration will be happening in horizontal scaling. So we call this at auto scaling. So in auto scaling group we will do the horizontal auto scaling. We will do horizontal auto scaling. So here we are talking about how to do it auto scaling from scratch with good understanding. Because in the production, when you are working on the production environment, you need to take care of each thing. If you are not sure about anything, so you will be get your application maybe get crash. Okay, so if you have any load scale or load balancer, then you can attach. Otherwise I don't have any load balancer. Then do you want to health check? Health check means insert okay. So first of all suppose that this is your auto scaling group. Okay, this is your auto scaling group we have configured, and we have a one machine and we have a two machine. So auto scaling group, what does it do? It will do some health check. It will do some health check like this machine is reachable or not. If the machine is reachable, then it will say like this machine is healthy. It will declare the healthy. And health check grace period means like it will maintain the until the initial the machine is your finalized. So for 300 second it will make ping. Addition setting, if you want to make the enable, by default it will enable the 5 minute. By default we have a two type of monitoring here. We have a two type of monitoring here. The first one is default. In the default we are having the 5 minute of monitoring. Every 5 minute it will do the health check. It will do the monitoring or on every 5 minute. That is a free of cost. So we have a two type of monitoring here. First one is default monitoring and second one is enhanced monitoring, detailed monitoring, that is a paid service from AWS provided. And the second one is, if you want monitoring every 1 second or every below than 5 minutes, so we will have the detail monitoring. So it depends on your requirement. If you want to do some monitoring below 5 minutes or 5 minutes, like if you want to monitor your application, monitor your machine every 1 second, like how much CPU it is utilizing, how much memory utilizing, okay, how much network in and out. So you want to do if on the 1 second basis, so you can enable, that is a paid service. If it is you are comfortable with 5 minutes, so then you can disable this one. It depends on a requirement. Next one, here the very important, guys, pay attention. Desired capacity. Desired capacity means how much it depends on the requirement of your instance. If you want your every time 3 machine will be up and running fine, if you want this kind of desired, like every time your 3 machines should be there, so you can see that desired capacity. From the AWS perspective, he always may try to maintain the desired capacity. Even for an example, if the machine is getting the 5000 hit and suddenly it spiked to the 5 lakh user are using, so it will always try to maintain the 3 replicas, 3 number of count machine. Minimum desired.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Desired capacity, the group size can. That's what it will do.
Sorry, your voice is not clear to me. Can you repeat again? Ujjwal, can you repeat again?
Desired group. Can you check that desired group size again? Yeah, desired capacity. Yeah, capacity type. Can you explain this portion again? Group size means what's the meaning of this one?
Okay. So for an example, let me take a diagram for better understanding. Okay. So first of all, it totally depends on your requirement actually. Suppose that this is your instance, okay, and in this instance you are having your application, your amazon.com is running on this machine, for an example, okay, and it was getting the hit of let me draw, and only on the regular days amazon.com having the 5 user per day, only 5 users are buying their product or purchasing something from amazon.com, and this is your amazon.com is hosting on this machine, and on a daily basis he was getting the 5. But suddenly what happened, this is the use case scenario I am trying to explain you. But suddenly on the one day they introduced the big billion sale, like offer sale. On the big billion sale, you can understand, like they are giving the sum off, like 80% off, 70% off. On these days, it the user that is trying to order, that has been increased to the 1 lakh. Now 1 lakh or 10,000, or suppose that 1 lakh people are ordering on the same time. On the regular days, it was a 5 user per second, 5 user per day, and now on the big billion day, when they introduce some 80% off, 90% on Amazon, so a user are ordering the 10,000 or 1 lakh user are using their amazon.com, so it will crash. Obviously baat hai, it will got crash. So what is it will do? It will always try to maintain the replicas of 2 replicas as per your desired group size. Okay, it will always try to 2 replicas. Now what does it do? In this case, what will happen? So here, so it will distribute into the 2 parts. Like if this is a 1 lakh, 50,000 request will go here, 50,000 will go here. It will distribute among 2 server. Okay, again
Particularly will distribute, or the first request will be come and then it will automatically distribute the 50-50.
Yeah,
how this process will do.
This process will done by the round robin. Like first of all the request will go here and the second request will go here, third one is here, fourth one is here. This type of process will be happening here. Okay, it will happening again and again as per your requirement, as per your configuration you have set so far. So again it will create the new replica and new replica until the application is stable. Once the application is stable and big billion sale is over, now suppose that the now this is we have set like application is up and running fine, even we have a request of 1 lakh. So he will at AWS will create the multiple of EC2 matlab 7 EC2, 8 EC2. So this kind of number he will create the EC2 to maintain the 1 lakh user automatically. Okay, and suppose that big billion sale will end one day, like 31 after 31st December they will disclose their offer. So what does have happen? So we have a lots of machine here, okay, like 7 machine, 9 machine on the big billion sale. Once the big billion sale is offer is closed, so AWS can delete the unused machine, because now the request is again 5 requests per day, because the big billion sale is over. So now it is again the 5 user per minute per day. Okay, so unnecessary device will be deleted. What will happen? It will take the only 2 machine by default every time. It will not delete the 2 machine. It will the 2 machine will be there every time at least. Okay, even if only one server can your 5 request, even even your machine, this machine can handle 5 user, but this machine will be there because you have set the group size only 5 desired. This is your desired capacity.
ये सर आफ्टर सेल के बाद की बात है, 2 मशीन ऑटोमेटिकली रहेंगी।
सेल के बाद की बात है कि अगर सेल खत्म भी हो गई है तब भी 2 मशीन रहेंगी, क्योंकि हमेशा अप्रोच रहेगी इसकी हमेशा अप्रोच रहेगी।
एक मशीन थी तो
हाँ
सर एक मशीन थी तो 5 यूजर थे, फिर जब 1 लाख हो गए तो हमने 3 मशीन, तो सर क्या 3 मशीन क्या बियर कर लेंगे इतना कैपेसिटी का सर? राउंड रॉबिन भी करेंगे, एक फिर एक फिर एक फिर एक, तो ये मतलब इतना तो n नंबर्स ऑफ मशीन होनी चाहिए ना सर, मतलब इतना कैपेसिटी 5
मैंने जो है हाँ राइट मैंने खुद अभी बताया कि n नंबर ऑफ मशीन यहाँ पे रहेंगी। मैंने जस्ट यहाँ पे 3 मशीन लिया रेफरेंस के लिए, लेकिन मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं था कि मैं लगातार मशीनें बनाता रहूँ।
अच्छा ये ऑटोमेटिकली बनती जाती है कि हमें बनाना पड़ता है? ये ऑटोमेटिकली
it will create the machine automatically in absence of you.
Okay. This is autistic.
Yeah. Once the big million sale is over, okay, so it will delete the n number of machine which is not required here, right? So what does it do?
Got it.
So it will maintain the 2 machine. Why? Because your desired capacity is 2. Even if it is unused, even this machine is not usable, okay, 5 requests can handle on this machine, but it will maintain the 2 replicas, 2 machine it will create, it will have, and 5 requests will come 2.5, 2 requests here, 3 requests here, something like that, or 3 requests here, 2 requests here. So this approach will follow in the backend. Did I answer your question, Ujjwal? Did you understand now what's desired capacity?
100%. I understand. Very well. Thank you.
Or guys, any other confusion, or shall I proceed? If you have any doubt, no confusion, okay. So I have desired 2 capacity, it will always try to maintain the 2 machine, okay. And now scaling limit. So minimum desired capacity you can set here 1 to 100. So what does it mean? So it will create the, if this is the case 10,000 or 1 lakh user are there, so it will create the n number of machine till 100 machine it can create. Above the 100 it is not possible for AWS because you have given a limit here. If you want to give some tagging policy, like if your CPU utilization is more than 80%, then you can decide here. Okay, this is done on like if your machine CPU utilization more than 80%. Utilization means CPU utilization means it is utilizing the CPU. This machine is having the CPU, okay, like 2 GB, 5 GB, 8 GB, something like that. If 80% of CPU is utilized, so then it will create the new replica. If it is targeted value is made with 80% of CPU utilization, so it will create the new replica. It will create the new replica till 100. It can one by one. Okay, if you don't maintain the maintenance policy, like you can create the policy like terminate and launch before terminating. No policy if you want. Okay, so this is your need. Scale in protection, like whenever you are going to create the machine, so it will not scale down. Next one, if you want to give any SNS here, like if you're for an example, like this event has happened there, and Amazon AWS is creating the machine and again, like for example it is having the 2 machine because desired capacity is 2, now 3, now 4, now 5, n number of machine he will create. Every time you will get the message or you will get the notification over your mobile. If you want this kind of configuration, you can set here. If you want to get the notification on your mobile whenever they are doing the creating the machine, so if it is the case, you can create here. If you want to give any tag like environment is equal to prod, if you want to define here, you can go here and then create auto scaling group. As simple as that. Eventually it will not take more than 5 minutes, but for your more clarity I given every aspect that can be possible for your interview and environment. So this one is created. Okay, so if you see here your desired capacity, what we have given the desired capacity, 2 desired capacity, right? So what is it to do? It will always maintain a 2 replica, 2 machine every time. In the worst case, even this machine is having the zero load, like zero user are there on amazon.com. For an example, it's not possible in real environment, but let's assume. So if it is a zero user and the machine are not usable, but it will maintain the 2 machine because your desired capacity is 2. your desire, आपकी desire क्या है, 2 capacity की desire है, वो हमेशा desire आपको fulfill करेगा even in the worst case. At least if you go here, so Amazon is creating the 2 machine. Okay, in episode 1a. So if you want to, this one is the auto scaling. This is my manual machine. How to check like this is the my machine or not, auto scaling machine or not. Go here, click on this and tags. If you see, this one is a prod, like one of the people were asking what is the use case of tag. So if you see, this one is the means this is my production machine. You can for your remembering person purpose, like you can declare this is for your environment production. If this is your UAT or prep environment machine, so you can give in here as per your use case. Like if you see here, go tags and search here. So if you clearly say here, so this is a part of auto scaling and the environment is prod. It means this machine is for giving the production support. This machine is the production machine. So we have covered today auto scaling part. So guys, if you have any doubt or if you have any confusion, do let me know, or we can drop up the call.
One thing like yesterday video, where we'll see, because you have unable to where you have posted the yesterday video.
Yeah, it is taking some time. Okay, so I will share in the group both videos.
So
within a
which
while.
group you are, because we have now two groups, right? December one is paid group you have made. So in that group or Telegram or which group we will get that video yesterday
Yeah, we will send over the paid group.
group. Okay, okay, got it. One more thing I just wanted to ask you. Can you explain me what is this AWS Beanstalk?
Beanstalk we will cover later. Okay, so it's a different topic. We will cover later.
What is the meaning of that?
It's a part of like when you are going to deploy your 3 tier or 2 tier application if you want to. So we have a
Yeah.
Beanstalk application, code commit and ECR, ECS forget. So that's a part of CI/CD that we'll cover later.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And guys, any other question?
Yeah, yeah. But one request: if you send the video, so we can revise it. Uh,
Yeah,
Very
sure, sure, definitely.
good. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So if you don't have any question, so we are going to drop off.